Hello everyone. Today we are talking about Chapter 1, Algebraic Reasoning, and our first lesson is on the order of operations. Now some people might think, well, why is it important? Why do we have to worry about the order of operations? But it's really important, especially when we're dealing with a problem that looks something like this. 39 divided by the quantity, whenever you have parentheses, you always say the quantity, 9 plus 4 plus 5 minus 2 squared. Now, within this problem, there's a lot of stuff going on. We have division, we have parentheses, we have addition, subtraction, and we have this exponent thing right up there. So what do we do first? Do we just randomly start attacking it? There's actually an order. All of these things are called operations, and there's an order, and to get the right answer, you have to follow the order. So before we start talking about the order, there's parentheses, division, addition, subtraction, and exponents. One thing that I always go back to that helps me remember the order of operations is this little saying right here. It's called, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." So if you can remember that one saying, you can remember everything you need to know about the order of operations. The words please starts with a P, and the P is represents parentheses. Please excuse starts with an E, and then that stands for exponents, which is followed by my, which starts with an M, and then D for dear, which is M and D. That's for multiplication and division. And multiplication and division, you just go in order from left to right. And then finally, Aunt Sally, A and S. And I think you guys can guess what that stands for. Addition and subtraction, which is the same. You go in order from left to right. So those are really, if you can remember that, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Then you can remember the order of operations. Parentheses first, then exponents second, and then multiplication and division from left to right, and finally addition and subtraction. Those are the last things that you need to do. So let's go down to our problem right over here. So we have 39 divided by the quantity, 9 plus 4 plus 5 minus 2 squared. So what do we see here? Do we see parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction? Well, I see everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have to do the parentheses. This little bit right here, 9 plus 4. What is 9 plus 4? It's 13. You're right. So we're just going to rewrite everything else. 39 divided by, and we're just going to do that one thing. 9 plus 4 is 13. I'm just rewriting everything else. Plus 5 minus 2 squared. So that's right. The next thing we have division, addition, subtraction, and we have some exponents. Well, what's the next thing in the order of operations? Well, we did all the parentheses. Now it's time to do the exponents. And so we have this 2 squared. So what we're going to do is we're not going to worry about the negative sign. We're just going to look at 2 squared. And if you remember, 2 squared is actually the same thing as 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to rewrite everything. So I'm rewriting 39 divided by 13 plus 5 minus 2 squared is the same thing as 4. Perfect. Now we have, what do we have? We have some division. So we're going to do the division. 39 divided by 13. Well, how many times does 13 go into 39? I think it goes in 3 times. We can check that by doing a little simple multiplication. 13 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Yep. So 39 divided by 13 is 3. So I'm just going to write that there. And then there's no more multiplication or division, so I'm just going to rewrite everything else. 3 plus 5 minus 4. Everything else just comes down. Now we have the last one. We have addition and subtraction, and we just go from left to right. So 3 plus 5 is 8, minus 4 would be 4. So our answer is 4. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to practice the order of operations a few more times. So we'll try to keep that on there. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So let's look on number 1. We're going to do a few together, and then I want you to do some independently and then check your work here. So we have 12 times 4 minus 2. Okay, so what if the order of operations do we do first? We have multiplication and subtraction, and we do the multiplication. So 12 times 4, that's actually 48 minus 2. And you just rewrite that. 48 minus 2 would be 46. And I always like to make like a little box around my answers just so that my answer is like, there's your answer. It's very obvious. And we're going to show all our work just like we did over here, just to communicate. So let's try this one. We have 15 divided by 3 times 5. Now we had division and multiplication. And if we remember, those are on the same level. So we're just going to go from left to right. So we're going to go 15 divided by 3. What's 15 divided by 3? Well, pretty sure 3 goes into 15 5 times. And then we rewrite this times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. All right, there we go. Let's do the next one. This one has multiplication and division as well. So we're just going to go, they're on the same level. So we're going to go left to right. 15 times 3. 15 times 3. We can go like this. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. I always really encourage you to do the calculations using your brain, because that's just going to, the more you use your brain, the quicker it gets. So I'd really like you to do your calculations using your brain. And then we got 45 divided by 5, which means 5 goes into 45 9 times. So there we go. There is our answer. Okay, on to the next one. Let's see here. I'm going to switch up my colors of pens. Let's try out purple. So we have 8 plus 20 divided by 4. Now we have addition and division. And if we look up here, oh, you can't see it. Up here, multiplication and division are above addition and subtraction. So we do the division first. We have to follow the order. So we're just going to rewrite this. 8 plus 20 divided by 4. 4 goes into 25 times. And then we're left with 8 plus 5, which is 13. Perfect. Let's go on to the next one. Ooh, this one has a lot. Subtraction, multiplication, division, and addition. So we are going to start with the multiplication and the division. We're going to go left to right. So we're going 2 times 6. Okay, but first, I'm sorry, I'm going to rewrite this 5 minus. So 5 minus 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Divided by 4. I'm just going to rewrite that, do one thing at a time. Plus 1. Perfect. Now I'm going to do the division. So I'm going to rewrite this 5 minus 12 divided by 4. 4 goes into 12 3 times plus 1. And then we have subtraction and addition. So we just go from left to right. So 5 minus 3 is 2 plus 1. I'm rewriting that, and the answer is 3. Awesome. Okay, on to this one right here. Ooh, now we have some exponents. Super fun. Okay, 3 squared plus 4 times, no, 3 squared plus 6 times 4 minus 5 squared. Okay, let's do the exponents. So if we have 3 squared, remember that 3 squared is the same thing as 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is, you guessed it, it's 9. I'm going to rewrite this stuff, plus 6 times 4 minus, so I'm ignoring that minus sign for right now, 5 squared. Just like 3 squared, 5 squared is the same thing as 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Perfect. So now we have addition, multiplication, and subtraction, and the order of operations tells us that we need to do the multiplication first. So 6 times 4 is, I'm going to rewrite this, it is 24 minus 25. And then we're just going to go from left to right. So 9 plus 24. What is 9 plus 24? I'm going to do that off to the side real quick. 4 plus 9 is 13. Write the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So that is 33 minus 25. And then we just need to do the little subtraction here. 33 minus 25. I got to borrow. Make that a 2. 13 minus 5 is 8. And yeah, it's just 8. The answer is 8. And that is that row. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out my lovely friend. His name is the Pause Dragon. And I want you to pause your video. And I want you to work out these 6 remaining problems. You can do them one at a time. I would prefer that you do one at a time. So work out this one. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to work this out. And I want you to check your answers with the videos. Okay? But now I need you to pause, work on number 7. When you get done, press play, and we'll go through it together. All right, hopefully you have an answer. Let's see what you got. So I'm going to do the order of operations. I see multiplication, division, and addition and subtraction. So I'm doing multiplication and division first, left to right. So here we go. 1 plus 4 times 9 is 36, divided by 6 minus 7. Then I have division, so it's going to be 1 plus 36 divided by 6 is going to be 6 minus 7. And then here we go. We are doing addition, subtraction. They're on the same line, so we're just going to go left to right. 1 plus 6 is 7 minus 7 equals 0. That is our answer. Let's go on to the next one. Hey, we have some parentheses. Oh, wait. Pause. I want you to go and try number 8 now, okay? Try it on your own. When you get done, unpause, and then check your answer. All right, we are back. Let's go ahead. We have division and we have parentheses. So we're going to do the parentheses first because that's what the order of operations says that we need to do. So 18 divided by 16 divided by 3 is 2. And then we have 18 divided by 2, which is 9. There's our answer. If you got that right, good job. You did great. Okay, now I want you to start working on 9. So you need to pause and then work it out and then press play and see how you did. All right, here we go. We have parentheses and division again. So we are going to do what the order of operations states, which is do the parentheses first. So we have 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 6 goes into 18 3 times. 3 divided by 3, I'm just rewriting the divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So there we go. If you got that right, great job. Okay, on to this one. All right, on to number 10. I want you to pause, work it out, and then come back and press play and see how you did. Okay, we are back. We have multiplication, addition, division, and subtraction. Let's see. Order of operations says we have to do the multiplication and the division working from left to right. So we're going to go ahead and do that. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 8. I'm just rewriting the plus 8, but I'm just going to rewrite everything. There we go. Okay, now let's do the division. So I'm rewriting the 20 plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 goes into 8 4 times, minus 7. And now we just have addition and subtraction, so we're going to go from left to right. So 20 plus 4 is 24 minus 7. 24 minus 7. 24 minus 7, what is that? I have to borrow. 14 minus 7 is 7, and then we drop down the 1. It is 17. If you got that right, you are amazing. Okay, on to number 11. We are going to pause. Go ahead and work it out. Come back. We'll see how you do. All right, welcome back. Here we go. 2 times 3 minus 8 divided by 2 squared. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, order of operations says parentheses we do first, no parentheses. Then we do exponents. Yes, there's exponents. And remember, 2 squared is the same thing as 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm just going to rewrite everything else. 2 squared is 4. And now what do I have? I have a multiplication, subtraction, and division. Order of operations says I have to do these 2 first. So I'm doing it. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 8 divided by 4. Now I'm going to do the division here. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. If you got that right, great job. All right, on to our last one. So go ahead and pause, work it out, and then come back. All right, we are back. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have 8. When 8 is right next to the parentheses, that means 8 times the quantity 7 minus 6. Divided by 2 cubed. Okay, so what do we have to do first? The parentheses. So let's do it. 8 times the quantity 7 minus 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Divided by 2 cubed. Okay, perfect. So we have multiplication, and then we have division, and then we have exponents. So the next thing we have to do by the order of operations, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses and exponents. So 2 cubed is actually the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So this is actually ends up equaling 8. So 8 times 1 divided by 8. We do the multiplication and the division. So 8 times 1 is 8 divided by 8. And then 8 divided by 8 is 1. And if you got that right, yokinikimashita, you did a great job. All right, we will see you next time. Thank you for watching and thank you for all your hard work. Bye-bye.